Boxing fans, what's goody? What's good? How y'all doing this weekend? Hope you guys are having fun. My weekend is kind of, it's kind of dull and stuff. I'm traveling later, but I just want to do all these videos and just post it later. So I hope everybody's good in your family. I hope you're doing what you need to do and shit. I hope everybody repping. So today I just want to talk about, first of all, I want to congratulate Roy Jones. Congratulations, Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying? He's finally having his last fight, and after that, he wants to retire. I hope Roy Jones retires, but we've heard that before. But for him, he's just too old now, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no need to keep taking all them punches and stuff. And I know he's won like his last like 3-4 fights, but now you're becoming a senior citizen. You know what I'm saying? As it relates to boxing. So Roy Jones, salute. So today I just want to talk about this. I saw a video of Roy Jones. You know what I'm saying, talking about how great he is, where he ranks himself. He feels he's better than Floyd Mayweather. Let me just say this: Roy Jones is one of the boxing's greats. Like if you're talking about the greatest fighters in boxing, you have to at one point talk about Roy Jones, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put no rank in it, but when you say the greatest fighters, you know what I'm saying, Roy Jones is in there somewhere. In terms of skills, because I like to kind of differentiate between greatness and skill in the ring. You know what I'm saying? In terms of skill, he's there too. You know what I'm saying? But to me, when it comes to skill, like boxing skills, is a lot further down than he is when it comes to greatness, when you put it all together. Because one of the things about Roy Jones is he had one of the lengthiest range where he was just beating everybody. You feel me? So Roy Jones, salute. Now, is Roy Jones greater than Floyd Mayweather? I think there's just no. There's just outright. I wouldn't even think about that too much before I say no. Now, don't make the mistake of judging Floyd Mayweather's greatness based on all the regular things people think, all these decaps, he's brash, he spends money anyhow, you know what I'm saying, he's not humble, you know what I'm saying. I'm not even thinking about all that. I'm just talking about boxing achievements. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones, I think he has multiple belts. I think 5. So does Mayweather. But you have to understand, right? Mayweather, to me, as a boxing fan, is the guy. That's the example for every boxer that wants to be successful. And I'm not talking about just the monetary aspect. I'm talking about the discipline aspect. You know what I'm saying? The skillful aspect, the stylish aspect, the defensive aspect. You know what I'm saying? The perhaps one of the greatest things Floyd Mayweather has is the ability to change on the fly, to make adjustments in the fight. You know what I'm saying? To make you work against yourself. When I think of a Roy Jones, I'm thinking about, man, Roy Jones just dazzles me. When you watch his fights, he just dazzles you because Roy Jones is just predominantly just faster than people when he dominates them. You know what I'm saying? Some people would say he's more athletic. You know what I'm saying? And he's a freak athlete. You know what I'm saying? He just dominates you. He just makes you look slow. I mean, when he beat Tony, man, I didn't believe it because I just couldn't imagine somebody beating Tony like that. And he did. And Tony's one of the pure boxers that I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? But Roy Jones just made him look ordinary. Now, Jones has also lost to some. When Jones beat Bernard Hopkins, that's another one. Bernard Hopkins was a pure boxer, but it was just obvious that Roy Jones was just too fast. He just gets to places faster. You know what I'm saying? He has skills. You know what I'm saying? But it's more of the athleticism. You know what I'm saying? It's more of his out. You know what I'm saying? He's just more of an athlete. You know what I'm saying? That's what he uses. He's just faster. Great reflexes. You know what I'm saying? But he lost to Joe Kasaki. He lost to Antonio Tarver. Twice. And he later lost to Bernard Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? He fought good fights, but you know what I'm saying, you have to commend Roy Jones too, because he went all the way, you know what I'm saying, from middleweight to heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? Even though the fighter is selective, so it's not like maybe he's just like, oh, you know what I'm saying, but he did. But when you think about Floyd Mayweather, this guy, like, people would tell you that Floyd Mayweather, you know what I'm saying, oh, his style, he doesn't fight toe to toe. Those are people that do not know boxing. If you know boxing, you wouldn't say that. Mayweather used to fight toe to toe before he became, when he got older, that's when he started doing all these movements and stuff. And back in the days, sometimes, like when he first started fighters, he did move. You know what I'm saying? He did move. Because when he fought the tall guy that he knocked down almost like 6-7 times, can't remember his name right now. Rest in peace to that guy too, he's dead now. When he fought him, he was moving. But that's because you had to move with that guy. Because he was the one coming up in weight. Homeboy was bigger. But for the majority of his fights when he was pretty boy, he was going toe to toe. There's a video out there, I think it's by Ancho Boxing or Boxing Legend. You know what I'm saying? Just put it on YouTube and watch it. The video is called When Mayweather Goes Toe to Toe or something like that. Mayweather does go toe to toe, but Mayweather is just the kind of guy that changes. You know, he's the true definition of a boxer. You know what I'm saying? The objective of boxing is to hit and not get hit. And you have to also understand the psychology of boxing. You're not gonna be what you were when you was younger. So you have to improvise. You know what I'm saying? You have to change how you fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like a, you know what I'm saying? It's like a football player that knows how to use his right and knows how to use his left. He might be predominantly use his right hand. I mean, his right foot, his right leg. But in certain situations, he wants to develop his left. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a Floyd is. He changes. You know what I'm saying? He's just the true boxer. He changes depending on who is fighting. Sometimes he fights you, he has more hand speed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he fights you, he predominantly more defensive. Sometimes he fights you and he takes away what you do what you do good, and you start looking stupid out there, and he just counters you all night. And sometimes he fights you and you expect, okay, Mayweather will have to move with this guy. But no, he just comes head to head like he did with Canelo. I mean, we sit over here talking about Canelo and Golovkin. You know, I had the first fight. Some people say Golovkin wins, some people say Canelo wins. This was a guy Mayweather beat very easily when he was even still younger than this. And Mayweather was a smaller guy. You know what I'm saying? When you look at a Floyd and you look at a Roy Jones, it's very obvious, unless you don't really watch boxing and you just base your opinion on who you like the most. In terms of like some other things aside from what they do in the ring. If you understand boxing, this one is easy. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones is great, is good. But Mayweather does everything based on skills. You know what I'm saying? This is the true definition of a boxer. You know what I'm saying? You change. You do what you need to do to win. It's not somebody could be faster than you and you improvise and you still win. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have heavier, could punch harder than you, but you improvise and figure out a way to still win. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could be bigger. You know what I'm saying? Could be taller. You just keep switching it. That's what Mayweather does. It's different. That's why people like Mayweather, when they get older, it won't matter because they mastered every facet of boxing. So they just choose which one works, and depending on the fighter, depending on, you know, the state of their mindset in terms of their age and stuff like that. This guy is the true boxer. You know what I'm saying? So you can't compare both of them. Mayweather is just better in all categories as far as I'm concerned. In terms of greatness, Roy Jones is great. But Mayweather, the point, you know what I'm saying? First of all, when you consider greatness in boxing, you have to say this. Whose career took boxing more? You know what I'm saying? Elevated boxing more. You know what I'm saying? In terms of worldwide appeal. Because at the end of the day, this is a business. If people are not watching boxing, there's no point. There will be no money, the sport will die. We have to sell the sport to the decast because we already there, we stand it, but you need the whole world to kind of fall in. You know what I'm saying? Just like NFL and stuff like that. And Mayweather is that person. There's a lot of people today that still, you know, knows boxing and follows up on boxing just because of people like Floyd. So in terms of greatness, you know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather, yeah, you can't compare with Roy Jones. In terms of skill, you can't. He's better. If you guys think otherwise, put it on. Let me see what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm missing something, but you gotta come correct. Don't come with don't tell me how dominant Roy Jones was in terms of how many people he beat and how he was like dancing and shit. Let's talk about skill. So I really need the guys that really understand boxing. You know what I'm saying, for this conversation. I don't need nobody that don't really understand boxing like that. You just like, you like Roy Jones and you like the way he beats people because it dazzles you and stuff like that. No, let's talk for real. You know what I'm saying? Put a comment there. Let me see what y'all think. You guys have a great weekend. I'm going to reply every comment and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Peace out, all right? Do what you do. Make sure you keep it real. Take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Don't get into trouble and shit. And stay away from them pussy-ass motherfuckers. One.